As we move off to Craven Cottage for the match between Fulham and Notts County. Fulham going through a rough spell at the moment, 1 win in the last 8, and this is their team for the game today. Mellor in goal, a back four of James, Howe, Moore and Strong, Slough, Bullivant and Evanson in midfield, Marsh, Mitchell and Best up front, and their substitute is Greenaway. In amongst the big names, don't forget Alan Slough, just as valuable, a skipper who gets through so much work for Fulham. As for Notts County, this is their team. McManus in goal, a back four of Richards, Needham, Mann and O'Brien, a middle four of Carter, Probert, Busby and Scanlon, up front Vinter and Brad, and their substitute is a young apprentice named Mayer. New man out there is their midfield player Martin Busby, formerly with Queen's Park Rangers. And the referee today is Michael Taylor from Walmer in Kent, and the crowd is just over 12,000.
So Notts County get us away, attacking the goal to our left. They are in yellow shirts and blue shorts and yellow stockings, as opposed to Fulham's white shorts, white shirts, black shorts and white stockings. And for those of you watching in black and white, we can only apologise to you for the colour clash. Fulham have that fairly distinctive stripe down their shorts. And certainly the Fulham shorts are that much darker. There's George Best. His shot is charged down, and here's the number 11, Ian Scanlon now for Notts County. The long ball here towards McVinter. Tyrone James couldn't hold him off. Vinter with a shot at goal! In a matter of 48 seconds, Notts County have shaken Fulham to the core with a goal by McVinter. He took it well, it swerved, and it beat Mellor. Fulham 0, Notts County 1. And a very, very good goal indeed to start the afternoon. Busby, well, we had 2 in the first 3 minutes at Millwall last week. We've got the same explosive start here at Craven Cottage this week. Here's Alan Slough, Marsh, Tyrone James, who was just unable to hold off that Notts County challenge. The young lad we saw make his first appearance at Luton last season. So O'Brien playing it back to his goalkeeper Eric McManus. This is Pedro Richards. Carter, Richards. Brad after that. Ernie Howe with him. Well, that's a shock for the Fulham coach, Bobby Campbell. It's not the man playing it here to the number 3, Ray O'Brien. There somewhere. Slough, Best. Slough again. Nicely guided header that time to John Mitchell. Slough once more. And a Fulham throw. Slough again. A good cross that time. Richards with the header getting it away, but only as far as Mitchell. Well, we have another go, and again only as far as Mitchell. Oh, and a good save by McManus. Well, they made life hard for themselves in that Notts County defence. That's twice that Pedro Richards could have got it away. The second time it fell again to John Mitchell. Left foot shot curling, but a good save by Eric McManus. So Ernie Howe up again as George Best takes another corner for Fulham. Hit low this time. Vinter almost getting his side in trouble, recovering before Marsh could get in. Scanlon thought about a pass back and thought better of it, and in fact found a nice little pass here now for the number 7, Steve Cobb. Oh, what a goal! Well, you could travel a long, long, long way and never see a better goal than that. because the man ran virtually the length of the field after that ball was played out to him. He must have run all of 40 to 50 yards, and when Fulham were looking for him to pass because there were other men up, he lashed it into the back of the net. 2-0. And that's with only 10 minutes gone.
Thank you.
So Steve Carter adding the second goal. And now Fulham with a lot of work to do. Evanson with a long shot, and my goodness, he's hit the crossbar. And that would have equalled that one by Carter. Hit with tremendous power. Right against that crossbar with McManus feet. Mitchell. Slough. Mitchell. Rodney Marsh. Best. Good shot. All the time he can pull out little bits of magic like that. A lovely turn by Best. A yard of space and a shot that was a foot wide. Strong. Slough. Played for Bullivant. James, but played first time and straight to Scanlon. Best winning it well. Marsh. Slough. Cut out by Probert. And cleared by him. Moore. Oh, now this is Brad. And they've got two up. Brad is up there. Vinter's up there. Is this goal number 3? It is! Referee looking around, but the linesman has kept his flag down. And the error really by Bobby Moore in the middle of the field, losing possession, Brad pouncing on it, finding Vinter up with him. The pass was a perfect one, and Vinter's finishing was as cool as it had been in the first 48 seconds of the game. So, with half an hour gone, Notts County leading 3-0. And the lone Notts County voice in the stand beneath me saying, we want 4. Well, here's a number 4 for Fulham, Alan Slough. Well, that was cut out by Needham and could so easily have been put anywhere. As it was put to safety. Evans. Well, that's going to be a corner off Arthur Mann. Every little helps now in this present Fulham situation. Unbelievably, these 3 goals down in the first half hour of the game. Rodney Marsh is going to take it. Ernie Howe's come up again, number 5. Too high for Best. That's Strong, playing it wide, a sensible thing to do again to Rodney Marsh. Best waiting for a little bit of support. Waiting for a pass, rather, and Marsh getting it to him in the most unorthodox way, but Best fighting to get it back again. And now finding Evanson. Closing again there towards Alan Slough. Just over the crossbar again, and a goal would have been so valuable for them. A nice floating cross once more. Alan Slough pushing himself forward all the time, just too high. There's a man with a load on his mind. Ernie Howe. Free kick given there to Notts County. Maybe a push by the big defender. Busby, O'Brien, Scanlon. O'Brien's throw. Here's Martin Busby. Free kick. Foul by Terry Bullivant. Martin Busby with it. Hit towards the near post. Another unfair challenge there on Peter Mellor by big David Needham. Peter Mellor in a spot of ball. Looks as though Peter Mellor is, well, if not fit to go on, is prepared to go on. It's his birthday today, and it's hardly been a celebration day with those 3 goals past him and now this injury. Mitchell. Bullivant for Mitchell again. Held off well there. James. Strong. Obstruction there. Ran straight at Ray O'Brien there and whacked him on the face. It's a free kick for Fulham. And really, if they could squeeze something now in the last seconds of this first half, it could be a bit of hope for them. Ernie Howe's right in there. Rodney Marsh is right in there. Howe couldn't quite get the shot in. And it's a corner. Referee looking hard at his watch, but there must be plenty of injury time. Marsh wants to take it quickly. Evanson crossing it in again towards Alan Slough. Got up well. Ernie Howe right in there. Flicked back over his head, but straight to Eric McManus. So the whistle coming now for half-time from referee Taylor, and a very good first half for Notts County. Bobby Campbell with a lot of talking to do in the next 10 minutes or so. With the goals coming after 48 seconds by Vinter, then one by Carter, and then another by Vinter. 3 goals in the first 30 minutes of the game, with Fulham being punished for every error they made, even though they had overall more of the game. So a half-time score at Craven Cottage after a remarkable first half that reads Fulham 0, Notts County 3, and we'll be back for the second half. Well, welcome back to Craven Cottage, where Peter Mellor, hobbling off from that injury just before half-time, moving just a little easier now. His right knee very heavily strapped there, as you can probably see. And Fulham now with a big job to do. 3 goals down. In fact, Notts County's last win here at Craven Cottage is away back in 1933. Almost 44 years ago. But they're 3-0 up at the moment. Very nicely placed indeed, thank you very much. And here's Martin Busby. Played for Scanlon. Fulham beaten only once at home this season. Bobby Moore getting that away. Busby getting in there. Busby, and there's number 4. Well, within 30 seconds at the start of the second half, Martin Busby makes it 4-0. Again, a mistake by Bobby Moore. And Busby pounced on that one, and although Mellor got his hands to it, he could only hit it into the roof of the net, and that's goal number 4 on this astonishing afternoon at Craven Cottage. Scorer Martin Busby. And Howe turning it back. Oh, and Marsh almost got it there. even with the virtuosity of players like Best and Marsh, even with the surprising things that can happen at Craven Cottage, a 4-0 deficit is even beyond Fulham on this particular afternoon. Well, they're strong to take the throw for Fulham. Bobby Moore. Corner out of it. Best with the corner then for Fulham. Hit much deeper this time towards Ernie Howe. John Mitchell right in there, but Oliver turning it back. Defending well though at the moment, Notts County. Strong. Mitchell, Slough. Ernie Howe right in there. And here's Vinter. Amazing the way they started both halves. Vinter, the man on the ball at the moment, scoring after 48 seconds of the first half, and Martin Busby 30 seconds of the second half. So certainly any talking that Bobby Campbell did to the Fulham team at half-time, try and put things right, was ruined before even Bobby Campbell got back to his seat. Here's Probert. A deep cross to Brad on the far side. Look how much space Brad had got there as well. Scanlon. And this is another one. No, it's not. Vinter missed a chance that he'll be annoyed with himself because a hat-trick was on for him there. But remarkable how much space there was on the far side for Brad in the first place. And when he turned it back, it eventually arrived for Vinter. And he missed what really was a relatively easy chance. Now with the throw for Fulham to Bobby Moore. George Best. Well, through his legs. Finding Emerson. Oh, he deliberated far too long. Carter. Nicely struck past there for Richards, and a good piece of running by this young fullback. That's a long, long cross there. Mellor should grab it. Well, what was he doing? Well, that was an incredible goal. An incredible goalkeeping mistake, really, and Les Brad, I suppose, will take the credit for it. Well, Richards went round to the byline, put the ball over, and I would have thought Mellor could easily have caught that ball. For some reason he decided not to, and his arms were flailing and the ball came down. Brad was waiting there, and I think it must have been Brad who it hit last to go into the net. The cross not likely to reach Slough, and he might get another chance. That's a corner. Best going in for that one. Oh, it might come for Slough. And that's a goal for Fulham. Well, there are 20 minutes left. And that won't be enough. But at least that makes it just that little bit more respectable as that ball came in from the corner. And it found its way along the ground to Alan Slough, who whacked it hard into the back of that Notts County net. Fulham 1, Notts County 5. Skipper set things off. Evanson. And a free kick given against Notts County. Notts County right, what, 8 yards outside their penalty area. best. Marsh with the header. Oh, that was a bad miss. Oh, the linesman, I think, on the far side had given offside. Fulham, who began a bit of a rally after a long spell without a great deal of success, with a draw last week at Plymouth and a home win on Tuesday against Carlisle, were hoping to consolidate on that, but have found that it's just not been possible. From the word go, things were always going against them in this game against Notts County, with that goal after 48 seconds. Here's James. They'll come for best. Hit well, but just over. It will be that Manus will just have time to take this kick. Was headed. And there goes the final whistle. Bobby Campbell, I would think, greatly distressed by that Fulham performance, beaten 5-1, looking up briefly, presumably towards Alex Stockman, the ball up in the director's box, but with a lot of work to do in the coming weeks to get Fulham back on the rails again. George Best certainly tried hard enough, but Rodney Marsh, I'm not at all sure that he's entirely fit yet, and at times he really didn't look it. But an afternoon certainly that Fulham will want to forget. It started badly with that goal after 48 seconds by Vinter, with Carter, Vinter, Busby and Brad adding the next ones, and Alan Slough the solitary reply for a rather sad and sorry Fulham side on the day. A final scoreline then at Craven Cottage that reads Fulham 1, Notts County 5.